you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
So last we spoke, we were talking about a health challenge, a complex of various symptoms that are given the umbrella term metabolic syndrome. Used to be called Syndrome X. Some people still call it Syndrome X. Metabolic syndrome can be thought of, in my opinion, as the single most important health crisis that we are facing, that really the entire planet is facing, at least in terms of non-infectious, long-term degenerative health challenges. It encompasses heart disease, strokes, heart attacks, hypertension. All cardiovascular health issues can be an aspect of metabolic syndrome. Kidney disease, blood clots, obesity. That's the most important sign that metabolic syndrome and the symptomology of metabolic syndrome is starting to kick in. I'm talking about not full-blown obesity, but even just starting to develop a gut where you never had one. Even just, and that happens to most of us in our 30s. Most people in their 30s will start to develop a gut, even the leanest among us. And this is the beginnings of metabolic syndrome. Yesterday we said insulin is like a garage door opener for cells. Metabolic syndrome can be thought of as insulin resistance syndrome. Cells stop listening to the garage door opener. What happens then is cells starve. And because all disease is cell disease, this is where illness starts. Cells become malnourished following, secondary to, their resistance to the garage door opener, to insulin. They become starved. They become malnourished. They can't do their business. You're not going to hear about this in advertising. You're not going to hear about this in the news because you can't make money by resensitizing cells to insulin, or at least you don't need to sell a product. You don't need to buy a product. It's very, very simple. Resensitizing the body, resensitizing cells to insulin is simple, it's easy, it's cheap, and it's the single most, or I don't want to say the single most because working on the digestive system probably comes first. And by the way, insulin resistance follows digestive distress long term. So first comes the digestive system, then comes the blood sugar system. We talk about this every day. I've been talking about it for 20 years. First comes the digestive system, then comes the blood sugar system. I didn't even know what metabolic syndrome was. It didn't even exist when I first started talking about the importance of resensitizing your body to insulin. I learned about it because I used to be a bodybuilder. And bodybuilders and serious athletes and weightlifters, they know good and well about the importance of insulin. It is a big-time building hormone, anabolic hormone. It feeds cells. It's a cell feeder. Of course it's going to be anabolic. I remember back when I was a hardcore weightlifter, I was working out. I wasn't really one of the big boys, but I was hanging out with the big boys. And I was always amazed by all the incredible scams they would pull just to get bigger and stronger. And if you're a bodybuilder out there or a weightlifter, you know what I'm talking about. Bodybuilders will do anything, or the serious ones will do anything to get bigger, at least back in the day. And that includes steroids. And there used to be a guy who would go basically door to door, gym to gym, selling steroids. And he would also sell insulin. Insulin required a prescription. But weightlifters and bodybuilders, they were injecting insulin because insulin makes you bigger. Insulin is a bodybuilding hormone. And bodybuilders will do anything to get bigger. I'm certainly not recommending it. Farmers will sometimes give their cattle insulin to make them bigger. So insulin's an anabolic hormone. It's like testosterone. In that way, they're both anabolic and they both work together, and they're both antagonized by female hormone, by estrogen, which is made in body fat. If that's not a reason, folks, for men to lose body fat, I don't know what is. The more body fat you're carrying, the more anti-testosterone, anti-insulin effects you're going to have. The more feminized you're going to be. The harder it's going to be to bodybuild or to build a body, to build muscle. All your male functions are going to become suppressed as the more body fat you carry. Losing body fat is a natural Viagra, FYI. This is one of the reasons why it's so important to lose body fat if you want to be anabolic or you want to be building. Not only is body fat not attractive, it antagonizes insulin. It antagonizes testosterone. These days, so many people are interested in testosterone building. Andropause, they call it, where a male version of menopause, where male hormones drop in guys the way female hormones drop in women when they go through menopause. They call it andropause, andro being the prefix for male. And andropause is marked by testosterone deficiency. So everybody wants to know, all men want to know how they're going to boost their testosterone. That's if not the number one, it's close to the number one question that I get via email, how to boost testosterone. And there's lots of nutrients for doing it. But first and foremost, you want to think of it as an insulin and body fat issue. You don't need any fancy schmancy supplements to boost your male hormone effects, boost your testosterone effects. The easiest and simplest way, and the first thing you want to do, even if you are going to use supplements, the first thing to do is drop body fat, eat less bread, eat less sugar, eat less cereals, eat less of the foods we all love, eat less of the foods we're all addicted to. In other words, what's going to happen is you're going to resensitize your body to insulin. You're going to resensitize your cells to insulin. Insulin resistance follows excessive secretion of insulin, which follows itself eating the crap, eating the sugar, eating the bread, eating the cereals. And I'm not a food Nazi here. I know I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. I eat it too. But I'm just saying, if you want to be anabolic, if you want to look for ways to boost your male hormones, if you want to become more masculine, and by the way, isn't it interesting how seemingly governments want us domesticated by eating sugars? The culture wants us domesticated by eating bread. Bread is domesticating food. It's feminizing food. It's food that takes away our edge via this insulin effect. So anyway, eating less of these kinds of foods, all the foods we love, all the foods we're addicted to, all the foods we're encouraged to eat by governments and purveyors and marketers, and by eating less of these foods, by using our willpower to eat less of these foods, and by eating more protein, by eating more anabolic foods, by eating more foods that don't have a dramatic effect on insulin, we will resensitize our body to insulin and resensitize our body to self-feeding effects, ultimately building things, becoming anabolic, and boosting our testosterone at the same time. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll be back right after this.
If you or someone you care about loves outdoor adventure, then check out slingbow.com for some unique holiday gift ideas. That's slingbow.com, where we have some innovative new products for the archer, hunter, or bow fishing enthusiast in your family. Now through January, use the promo code HOLIDAY to get free shipping in the U.S. or Canada. And from all of us at Slingbow Industries, have a safe, joyous, and peaceful holiday season.
What would your life be like if you woke up each morning with new vitality, feeling better than you have in years, and you noticed a difference in your sleeping patterns, blood sugar levels, and had a sense of well-being overall? There's something that is changing thousands of people's lives, and you could be one of them. It's called Heart and Body Extract. Sharon Harris, co-creator of Heart and Body Extract, talks about the positive effects of Heart and Body Extract.
What happens with the formula Heart and Body Extract is it's giving the body the necessary vitamins, minerals, amino acids, enzymes, and phytonutrients so the body will heal itself. And yes, the body does have the ability to balance blood pressure, balance cholesterol, clean and unclog the arteries. It can also work on balancing the circulation for diabetics. So the body is an amazing thing. It simply needs some help so it has the tools to heal itself.
Heart and Body Extract gets results. To order your 2-month supply, call now, toll free at 866-295-5305. Order online at hbextract.com.
Owe $10,000 or more to the IRS? Get on board with the Tax Admiral. Don't pick on the IRS alone. I'll cut penalties and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely. We're an A-rated company helping people clean up their mess with the IRS. If you owe $10,000 or more, then call the Tax Admiral.
Call 800-287-7180. Again, that's 800-287-7180. 800-287-7180.
By now you know that wireless technology like cell phones do in fact pose dangers to the health and privacy of everyone. Block-It Pocket's wide range of products are unmatched in providing the protection you deserve. No scare tactics, just common sense. BlockItPocket.com offers quality American-made options to alleviate and eliminate these invisible dangers. Learn more at BlockItPocket.com or call 888-315-9618. BlockItPocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
911, what is your emergency?
There's somebody in my house. Hurry, please.
A home break-in happens every 22 seconds. Homes without a security system are up to 3 times more vulnerable to a burglary. That's why there's Simply Safe. In an emergency, our advanced wireless technology alerts police up to 10 times faster, and your connection to emergency services can't be cut because Simply Safe doesn't rely on landlines. Simply Safe costs less than half what traditional companies charge, just $14.99 a month, and there's no commitment to an annual contract. Protect your family with the highest caliber security. Go now to simplysafedefense.com and get 10% off with free shipping and a 3-year warranty. Hurry, and you'll also receive a keychain remote worth $25. Try Simply Safe for a full 60 days. You'll feel confident that your family is safe or your money back. Go to simplysafedefense.com right now. simplysafedefense.com.
As the cold and flu season approaches, Silver Lungs is ready to help you and your family through the toughest of the year by supporting your immune system and overall health. From our best-selling colloidal silver generating system to our entire line of silver-based skin gels, nasal sprays, soaps, and silver solutions. Silver solutions remain one of nature's most powerful and least expensive antibacterial agents. Now you can produce your own for pennies a day in the comfort of your home using the breakthrough technology of the Silver Lungs generator. Learn more today at www.silverlungs.com.
I got a bunch of letters here from Dr. Glidden's appearance on Coast to Coast yesterday. I was going to go over some of those if we don't get calls. Anybody listen to him? I didn't get a chance to listen to him. I know I got a bunch of letters, so he must have sparked some controversy, or at least curiosity. Anyway, let's see. If you're interested in purchasing any of our longevity products, head over to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. And if you want to purchase any of our Truth Treatment products or check out my skin health blog at truthtreatments.com. You can also purchase all the Truth Treatment products at truthtreatments.com. Truth Skin Health Inc. is what I call the company because it's about skin health. It's not about skin care. Skin care is baloney. It's based on technology that's hundreds of years old, maybe even thousands of years old. Do you know the skincare that we use today, the cream and the lotion, the standard dispensing form of a skincare product was invented by a guy named Galen, who was a Greek physician, Roman Greek physician, in the year 200. And he mixed together a little almond oil and beeswax and water, rose water, and he came up with a cream. And he rubbed it on his skin. He said, "Oh my God, that makes my skin soft." And from that point forward till today, we use creams and lotions and thinking in this really not thoughtful way that we're actually changing our skin when we rub a moisturizer on. Folks, you're not changing your skin when you rub wax and oil and silicone and water and preservative and fragrance and a little bit active material. You're not changing anything about the skin. And there's not a lot of things that will change the skin. These are all things, effective ways to manipulate the skin are only require techniques that we've only understood recently. Basically, vitamin C and vitamin A. Anyway, you can find all about it at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. From the journal Diabetes and Vascular Disease Research, diabetes drug could protect the heart. Interesting. New research has shown the promising potential of a new glucose-regulating drug to protect the heart. Well, why do you think that is? Because diabetes drugs artificially lower blood sugar, artificially, pharmacologically potentize insulin, thus demonstrating the critical nature of making your insulin more sensitive if you want to keep your heart healthy. It's part of metabolic syndrome. Folks, if you are on a statin drug, if you're on a blood thinning drug, if you're on a beta blocker or a calcium channel blocker, and your doctor's not told you about metabolic syndrome, maybe you want to tell him about metabolic syndrome. If you're on any kind of heart medication and nobody has told you about lowering your blood sugar and restoring your insulin sensitivity, you're being bamboozled. Not only now are you not doing anything for the final problem, for the ultimate problem, which is insulin sensitivity, but you're exposing yourself to toxicity that's going to further burden your body. So resensitizing cells to insulin is one of the single most important steps. Next to the digestive system, it is the single most important step in restoring your body back to health and stopping the progression of degenerative disease. Requires no doctors. Requires no medical intervention. It doesn't even require a lot of money. You know, we're encouraged to eat these kinds of insulin spiking foods that that compromise our blood sugar and our insulin system, we're encouraged to eat these foods. If you're traveling or you need some quick nourishment, you may be able to get some burger somewhere, or processed meat, hot dog, or Arby's or something, maybe some fried chicken. But you're going to be going to be very difficult to obtain. Other than a hamburger or something like that, it's going to be very difficult to obtain quality protein and quality fat. Oh, you're going to find fries and breadsticks and pretzels and burritos. But there's just no money in quality protein and quality fats. But that doesn't mean we have to fall for it. Carry around some whey protein powder with you. Carry around some Slender FX with you. Carry around your Ultimate EFAs. The Ultimate EFAs and the Slender FX and whey protein are incredibly satisfying, and they're pretty easy to travel around with. Potentizing insulin, in large part, is a function of eating more protein, quality protein, eating more fat, quality fat, especially coconut oil, in my opinion, and micronutrition. And resensitizing cells to insulin. This is why anybody who's serious, who gets paid for, or who is just obsessive about building muscle, will always focus on resensitization of insulin, and also making sure that with your supplements, you take a little bit of insulin spiking food. Remember, insulin is the garage door opener, so we want to have some of that garage door opener present when we're supplementing. A little sugar when you're supplementing, especially after a workout. And by sugar, I'm talking about a piece of fruit, half a piece of fruit, half an apple. I rip on fruit sometimes here in this program, but half an apple, you don't have to eat the whole apple. You don't have to eat the whole banana. You can put a banana, you can cut a banana in threes and have a third of a banana with your whey protein, with your Slender FX. Bodybuilders will always mix a little fruit juice in their smoothies or take a little bit of fruit with their supplements. By spiking the insulin, you get more garage door opener, and more nourishment gets into cells. Spiking insulin is actually a technique for upregulating cell nutrition. But you got to be sensitive to the insulin. So it's a little bit of insulin spiking, just a touch of insulin spiking. That doesn't include bread and pasta and all the foods we usually eat. I'm talking about half an apple or a quarter of an apple even, especially after a workout. When muscles are stressed after training, after working out, after lifting weights, after running, they're like in a starvation state. Muscle cells are in essentially a starvation state after heavy training or after any training. And the amino acids from whey protein, the building amino acids, they call them branched chain amino acids, B vitamins, EFAs, essential fatty acids, they're sucked up by muscle cells like a dry sponge sucks up water. And this, of course, requires that cells are sensitive to insulin, that you haven't lost your insulin sensitivity. Over time, as we overload our cells with insulin, your insulin spiking foods aren't going to listen to insulin. They're not going to open up when the garage door opener sends its signal. That's very frustrating. I got a garage door opener that doesn't work very well, and it's extremely frustrating. Got to keep pressing it and pressing it and pressing it, and the garage door, it just sits there. Finally, it opens up. But it takes a lot of work for my garage door opener to open up my garage. Apparently, my garage door opener and my garage are dealing with metabolic syndrome. Well, it's the same idea in a cell. That's why anything you could do to resensitize your cells to insulin is important. One of the all-time greatest ways to resensitize cells to insulin is caloric restriction and fasting. How many times in this program do we talk about restricting calories and fasting? This is the mechanism. The mechanism of caloric restriction, restricting calories, lowering your calories. Why? If you read the book Blue Zones, you'll see that calorie restriction is one of the all-time greatest, maybe the finest way from a physiologic standpoint to extend your life, to reduce your risks of degenerative disease, to reduce the symptoms of degenerative disease, to reduce inflammation, to reduce pain, is restricting the amount of calories you eat. And fasting, because both of these strategies resensitize cells to insulin. Resensitize the garage door to the garage door opener. Even Alzheimer's disease, by the way, dementias, which we talked about yesterday, and we'll talk a little bit more about vitamin E, cognitive difficulties as we get older, they're not technically considered part of metabolic syndrome, but guess what? The new official name for Alzheimer's disease is type 3 diabetes. What does that tell you? Okay, Pharmacist Ben here. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll take a break and come back with your phone calls and more good health information right after this. Don't go away. from the British Medical Journal. Moderate drinking linked to a reduced risk of death in early-stage Alzheimer's disease. I thought that was kind of interesting. So that might be a reason to give Grandpa a shot of bourbon every day. My grandfather did a shot of heavy-duty whiskey every morning. And then and he lived to be 95 years old, and he was a very, very happy man. So it's interesting. We hear a lot of bad things about alcohol, but periodically something good about alcohol comes out, and it turns out that in the case of Alzheimer's disease anyway, in the case of this article in the British Medical Journal, moderate drinking linked to a reduced risk of death in early-stage Alzheimer's disease. Okay, 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's go to Tom in Westminster. Is that Westminster, Colorado, Tom?
Oh, that's Maryland, sir.
Oh, what's up, Tom? How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. I did listen to Dr. Glidden last night. You asked if anyone had.
Yes.
So you're right.
What did you think? Well, hang on a sec, just quickly, Tom. Sure. What did you think? What was your take? Had you heard it before? Had you heard Dr. Glidden or any myself?
I've heard him once before on the national show. Where I did hear him for the first time, not last night. Last night was the second time. Of course, they've got such a large caller base, nobody can really get through. He fields calls from people, and I'm quite impressed with what appears to be a lot of knowledge that he has.
He's a bright man, absolutely. Yeah, he's a very, very bright guy, especially when it comes to the body. What's going on? How can we help you?
Well, I was just going to add anecdotally to what you had said. The old folks and the families of ours, they do seem to have some kind of secret knowledge, don't they? My grandfather used to take a tablespoon of Vicks body rub, which of course the letters, external use only.
Yeah.
And he would take that, and he also took a shot each morning, and sometimes more than one. And he was quite healthy.
Yeah.
He always preached that we should eat the fat. Don't cut the fat off.
Oh, nice.
Your body needs the fat. And he was saying that long before the studies came out saying, you know what, there is some benefit to fat. So I don't know how they learned that.
Was he a farmer? Was he a rural type guy?
They grew up poor. He was a machinist, and again, with that older generation, they were learning something that seems to be missing today.
Yeah, they weren't so dependent on authorities, on outside authorities. They learned more. They appreciated their experience more. They learned more from their own personal experience and their family experience and what their parents told them more than trusting outside authoriurities.
Absolutely. How unfortunate that we went astray from that.
That's right. I agree.
That leads me to why I'm calling you. In fact, when I was a kid, the doctor, when you went to see the doctor, your grandfather or grandmother would take you to the pharmacist, doc whoever behind the counter.
Right.
Unless you were half dead, did you actually go to see somebody in a doctor's office where you had to make an appointment? You guys would always...
It was easier to see the pharmacist. It was easier.
Not only that, but he would always take more time and always would talk about nutrition and get a better picture of what was really going on. So anyway, I trust what a good, smart individual like yourself could advise me with. And
how can I help? Now I'm on the spot. Now you put me on the spot here. I better help you out. So what's going on?
With the chronic illness.
Okay.
And it's been about 6 years now, and I'm having difficulty with getting proper nutrition, and I wanted to speak with someone. I don't know if you do consultations where someone can pay you.
I don't know. I'll help you out, though. Send me an email, ben@ksco.com. Put your phone number in there, Tom, and then ask me your questions. Basically, it's really simple, and I don't know if you've listened to this program before, but we talk about it all the time. It's so simple, man. You want to get yourself on the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients. The Healthy Start Pack is the easiest way to do it. It's a no-brainer. Just go to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnutrients.com. healthnews.com and get the Healthy Start Pack. That'll give you your basics. Then you want to make sure that you're eating quality protein and quality fat and eating as little food calories as you absolutely positively have to. Make sure you're grinding your foods up as much as possible, making it easy on the digestive system, and then using fermented foods and probiotics. Now, there's lots of other strategies that you can add to that, but that's the core of it. That's the heart of it. That's the most important stuff you could do. Of course, deep breathing is going to be important, and spiritual, mental, and emotional strategies are important as well. Don't mean to marginalize those. But the basics are not very difficult at all. Healthy Start Pack to get your Mighty 90. Make sure you're getting a good source of protein and fat, caloric restriction, grind your foods up, use probiotics and fermented foods. Tom, send me an email and put your phone number in there, and I'll call you personally, buddy, okay?
KFC
No, Ben at K for King, S for Sam, C for Cat, O for Oscar.com. Thank you, man.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, take care, bro. Happy holidays. Okay, Colin, what's going on? Colin in Oklahoma City.
Yes, my wife, she is she's full-term pregnancy. And she's
full-term? Did you say she's about to have a baby?
Oh, yeah. We'll probably not even have them on Christmas.
Congratulations. That'll be cool. That'll be really cool. Christmas baby.
Thank you. And she is having major issues with this extreme swelling. I mean, I know they say it's common in pregnancy, but it's causing it to where it's breaking off the median nerve. Is that right? And it's
at this point, how far along? Is she like ready to burst kind of thing?
Yeah, our due date is the 24th.
You know, that's that's one of the things that happens as it'll go down as it will go down when she has the baby. Her hormones are all whacked out. She's at the peak. Yeah. She's at the peak of everything right now. All right.
Yeah,
so
she's yelling at me. She's like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
I know. I must be awful. I can only imagine. So, but it'll stabilize itself. Most importantly, gestational diabetes is an unfortunate and very real phenomena, and I don't know that that's not what's happening. So be very careful with anything that messes up blood sugar and insulin. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's anything that throws off blood sugar and insulin. It's not necessary right now for her or her baby. Bread and pasta and potatoes are not necessary for her or her baby and can only do more harm than good. Also, she's going to supplement. Make sure she supplements with insulin, with nutrients that help her process her blood sugar and insulin, especially the B vitamins and liquid nutrition, or water-soluble nutrients. That's what she's going to have, water-soluble nutrients, B vitamins, vitamin C, and electrolytes. Get her the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Get her on the BTT. In fact, I'll tell you what, Colin. If you'll send me your address to ben@ksco.com, I'm going to send you a BTT on me as a Christmas present. And congratulations for your baby.
Wow.
Okay, send me an email, ben@ksco.com, put Colin, and then your address, and I'll try to get it out today or tomorrow, some BTT for you, okay? Ben@ksco.com. I'm in the Christmas spirit. I'm feeling Christmas giving today. All right, man. I got to go. Congratulations, though. Seriously, that's awesome. Awesome. All right. We'll be right back. We got a couple of you guys on hold, so hang tight. I promise I'll get to you. And then we do have lines open at 844-236-6010. 844-236-6010. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. Socrates in New Hampshire. What's up? How you doing? I like that name.
Doing well, Ben.
You got a lot to live with. Go ahead.
Am I clear with you today?
What's that?
Am I clear?
Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are.
Today? Okay, great.
I see. Did you call
today?
You called before, and you didn't get through. You were kind of fuzzy, I think, right? Is that correct?
Well, yeah, I did.
Okay.
I corrected it, though. Why don't you? I wanted to get to you about spirituality, because you seem to somehow always go in and keep this mindset of helping others, and you seem to always be in this mindset of for lack of a better term, philanthropic. And I always have, I have trouble going from one day to the next, not getting really down on myself, and kind of maintaining a consistent, positive, outgoing mood. How do you do it?
That's an awesome question, man. That is a totally awesome question. And yes, I used to have a program before I did The Bright Side. I had a program where I talked about health and nutrition, but I talked a lot about spirituality, because that really is, as you can tell, I don't want to proselytize here, but it's an important part of being healthy. And one of my good friends who's in the radio business said, you should get yourself a radio show, a bigger one, but you can't talk about spirituality. You got to talk about health. So I don't talk about it as much as I'd like to, but I'm glad you asked that question because it's very, very important. Underneath what I've discovered, underneath all of our problems around self-sabotage, like you say, and by that I mean, Socrates, you're saying like you want to be a certain way, but you can't, right? It's important to be a certain way, but you can't be that way, right? Does that make sense? And this,
right.
I call that self-sabotage. We do it all the time. We do it with food. We do it with our emotions. We do it with our feelings. We're almost compelled to sabotage ourselves. We know that it's not good for us to do certain things, to think certain thoughts, to be a certain way, but we just can't seem to help it. And what I discovered underneath, there's an element of self-hate, self-loathing. And it's not the kind of self-loathing where, you just beat yourself up all the time and hate yourself. It's the kind of thing that we're programmed to think we're not good enough. It comes from our parents and it comes from authorities. And this is one of the major ideas that I want to promote here on the bright side, is we are good enough. We're smart enough. We can figure this thing out. We don't need outside authorities. Does that make sense, Socrates? You following me here? So if you feel like there's a certain way you want to be, but you can't be, look for it's going way back where you can't trust yourself, where you're just not up to snuff. And that sense that we're not good enough and since we're not up to snuff, it leads us to believe and to program ourselves not to achieve. And so we do these things, we conduct these ourselves in a certain way that will give us the results that we think we deserve, which is we're not good enough. We get the results that we're not good enough. So we eat foods we shouldn't eat. We don't supplement when we could supplement. We smoke when we know we shouldn't smoke. We think thoughts all of these are ways that we can achieve the end goal, which is to not succeed. Because if we think we're not good enough, then obviously we can't succeed, because if we succeeded, we were good enough. You follow me? So underneath, look for the component where you're not treating yourself as if you're good enough, okay enough, smart enough. Do you know what I'm saying, Socrates? And realize that realize it was programmed into you. It's not conscious. It's not like you're doing it consciously. It's programmed into you to accept the word of people outside of you as authorities and not listen or trust yourself. Not only are we good enough, we have the divine wisdom built inside of us. Our bodies will always tell us what to do, and our brains will always tell us what to think. And by the way, Socrates, give yourself some credit here, my friend. You know why? Because you're noticing what you're doing. Right? Just the fact that you're noticing what you're doing is a sign that you're beginning to understand and beginning to wake up. Just that. Right. So give yourself some credit. I hope that was a long-winded answer, but I thought that was an important question.
No, it's a great answer. I really appreciate it.
Good.
I actually basked in that. I appreciate your help.
Awesome. I appreciate you appreciating it. Is that what you want to know?
Yeah, because I always go into a rut, and I can never actually maintain that positive forward momentum.
Here's a good, easy way. All what I just told you is abstract philosophy. It's still important, but it's theory. Here's an easy way. Help somebody. Go out and make a difference to the world. It's not just altruistic. It's healthy. It's not just in the world's benefit to be giving and generous with your time and your wisdom and your money and your life and your energy and whatever it is, even just a smile. It's also healthy. It upregulates neurochemistry. It activates the brain neurochemistry. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the healing nervous system. You get more oxytocin and dopamine and pleasure hormones and bonding hormones. I mean, everything's upregulated and improved, and disease is fought, and you just feel better when you go out and help somebody. So find somebody right now, even if it's a phone call or a smile, and help somebody and feel how you're healing from that. All right, man? I'm going to let you go. Thank you, Socrates. Take care, brother. God bless you. All right, Robert in Colorado, what is going on? Welcome to the Bright Side.
Hey, Ben. Good to see you again, or hear you again.
Good to see you and hear you again as well. I see you in my mind's eye.
Yeah, you are an amazing guy. That last call you made, no wonder you're such a great guy.
I appreciate that.
On the head.
Thank you, my man. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing well.
This is Skinny Robert, right?
I'm grateful to be holding the edge here.
Okay, that's good.
Season coming up.
How much did you lose? Tell everybody how much you lost.
Well, initially I was down 110 pounds. So I'm fluctuating.
Did the holiday season take its toll?
Right now, I'm working on that. So
was the Christmas
Yeah,
Christmas
we're going to
cookies?
hit it again January 1. Got,
okay, good deal. Good deal.
The Healthy Body Weight Loss Pack all ready to go, a couple of ASAP bottles, and
good deal.
We're going to do it this time. I got another 50 to do. But
that's awesome, man. You're living testimony to the power of these ideas and the power of the longevity supplements and everything we talk about here on the Bright Side.
Right. And what you told the last guy is, I mean, that's what I'm dealing with, So it's like, hey, underneath all of that,
is self-hate and self-loathing, and it's not conscious. It's programmed into us that we're not good enough, that the world is better than us, that everybody else is better than us, that we need their approval, or we need to listen to. That's what gets me, is this idea that we are, especially in terms of our bodies, that we need an outside authority to test us and drug us and medicate us and tell us what we do know in our own internal cells, using our own internal built-in divine guidance system. Anyway, what's going on? We only got about a minute or two left, Robert.
Okay, my wife is past last week or maybe a week before, and then yesterday, her lip all of a sudden just she wakes up in the morning and it swells up like she's got some kind of weird reaction to something.
That does sound like a reaction. Nothing else going on?
No, nothing else. She hasn't done anything different.
Did she, anything fast food or snack food or anything like that?
Well, again, she's kind of out of my control in the fast food area, but
okay, all right, because that sounds like a reaction to something. Definitely swelling of the lips. There's a lot of lymph in the lips. There's a lot of immune sensitivity in the lips, and swelling of the lips can typically mean some kind of reaction to something. Right. A lot of vascularity to the lips. So that's what I would be looking at. You can also do vitamin C, which has wonderful antihistamine effects. Histamine is the chemical that causes swelling when you have an allergic reaction or you have a skin reaction. It's caused by histamine. So using antihistamines can help. Of course, if you want to go the drug route, Benadryl is a very powerful antihistamine, much more powerful than vitamin C.
Right.
You'll get a little drowsy, but if she notices results, take a Benadryl or a 25 milligram capsule of Benadryl, or if she really wants to get knocked out, 50 milligram capsule of Benadryl, that'll knock you out big time.
Right.
And then if it goes down, then that was a histamine effect, which means that there was an allergic reaction. That's how you can tell an allergic reaction. If it works, if Benadryl works, it was an allergic reaction. Now, if you want a more gentle antihistamine, vitamin C in combination with bioflavonoids works very well as an antihistamine, but it takes a little bit longer for the results to kick in. Maybe 2 grams of vitamin C a day, 3 grams of vitamin C a day. Watch out for bloating and discomfort. In conjunction with bioflavonoids, either as a supplement, bioflavonoids come as a nutritional supplement, or you can, of course, get bioflavonoids in vegetables, onions and broccoli and garlic. The more medicinal vegetables tend to have more bioflavonoids. And by the way, she doesn't like all that. I've got a bioflavonoid called Bergamax on my website, brightsidehealthproducts.com, which I don't really talk about as much as I probably should. It's a very effective bioflavonoid for a lot of things, including metabolic syndrome. Matter of fact, I think I'll talk about the Bergamax tomorrow. Bergamot bioflavonoids are really crazy potent, and they help boost the power of vitamin C as well as the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And by the way, Robert, the BTT's got a good dose of vitamin C in there, so that might help. That might help her as well. She's
taking the tablets and not doing the...
I don't think the tablets. Well, we had Richard Renton on a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking. He's the formulator of the BTT,
right?
And he was telling us that the liquid, the powder, has more potency than the tablets. Although, of course, the tablets are more convenient. Yeah. Robert, I got to motivate. Happy holidays to you, and hope we see you soon. Merry Christmas and all that, and keep up the good work. All right.
Right, sir. Take care. Thank you for all your help.
All right. God bless you, ma'am. Bye.
God bless you.
All right. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for listening, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben. If you're interested in checking out the longevity products, please go to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or my blog at criticalhealthnews.com that we do with George Norrie. And you can also check out our Truth Treatment products, including our Retinol 5% gel at truthtreatments.com. And don't forget to like my Facebook page, The Truth with Ben. Thanks for listening, friends. We'll be back at you tomorrow with more good health information on the bright side. Have yourselves a beautiful, spectacular, awesome day. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.
This is a healthcare alert from the Pain Relief Hotline. If you, a family member, or a loved one suffers from knee, back, shoulder, or ankle pain and have Medicare as your primary insurance, we've got great news. You don't have to suffer any longer. You can immediately qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost to you by calling our 24/7 pain relief hotline at 866-389-0620. Delivery is free and all paperwork is handled for you. If you are on Medicare and have knee, back, shoulder, or ankle pain, don't wait. You can qualify to immediately receive a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost by calling our 24/7 pain hotline now at 866-389-0620. Our representatives are standing by 24/7 to take your call and rush you your pain-relieving brace at little or no cost to you. Shipping is free and all paperwork is handled for you. Just call 866-389-0620. That's 866-389-0620. Again, 866-389-0620.
Are you worried about your mom or dad living alone in their house? Hi, I'm Joan London. Listen, I know how difficult it is to find senior care for someone you love. That's why I recommend a free service called A Place for Mom. They are the nation's largest senior living referral service. Call A Place for Mom today.
To receive free information on senior living communities in your area, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-704-6182.
A Place for Mom offers free one-on-one advice from local advisors and a personalized list of senior living communities you can visit. If you have questions about senior care for your mom or dad, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
Call A Place for Mom in the next 10 minutes to get your free ebook on financing senior care as well as free information on senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-704-6182. That's 1-800-704-6182.
Just recently, we've witnessed some of the most catastrophic disasters in history. Be sure to prepare yourself with great-tasting, high-quality, GMO-free food that has a 25-year shelf life. Of course, we're talking about the foods from SurvivalFoodAlliance.com. And don't forget, the human body needs up to 3 quarts of water every day to remain healthy and hydrated. So check out our water bricks at SurvivalFoodAlliance.com. Go to SurvivalFoodAlliance.com or call 877-223-1776.
There's a man named Dr. Joel Wallach who is anything but your typical doctor, both a veterinarian and naturopathic physician. Doc asks, why does the United States spend more money on health care by far and still rank 50th in health and longevity worldwide? He believes that people should empower themselves with a basic understanding of nutrition, take charge of their health, and attain optimal health and longevity through nutrition, not by toxic prescription drugs that lead to side effects and more toxic prescription drugs. Doc Wallach's message is resonating with an increasing number of Americans who are waking up to all the big government, big pharma, and big insurance manipulation of our healthcare system. I'm George Norrie, and I like what Doc Wallach is saying and doing to enlighten people about health care. Visit brightsideben.com and listen to Doc Wallach's Deadly Recipes lecture. It makes a lot of sense, and I urge you to join the Brightside Ben team. Go to brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com.
By now, you know that wireless technology like cell phones do in fact pose dangers to the health and privacy of everyone. Block-It Pocket's wide range of products are unmatched in providing the protection you deserve. No scare tactics, just common sense. BlockItPocket.com offers quality American-made options to alleviate and eliminate these invisible dangers. Learn more at BlockItPocket.com or call 888-315-9618. BlockItPocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
If survivalist housing has been in your plans, get ready. We're bringing our Timberline Range Camps to you February 6th through 14th, the Great American Outdoor Show in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Get an up-close look at some of our most popular Timberline models, or visit survivalistcamps.com to pre-order a camp. We'll bring it to the show and save you the cost of shipping. It's the perfect time to get that camp you've wanted. Go to survivalistcamps.com, then plan on joining us at the Great American Outdoor Show in February in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV.
So you've got to take a state construction license exam or certification. Can't decide on what books or what chapters to study? Discover right now how you can eliminate unnecessary books and wasted study time. At contractorexam.com, our study materials zero in on state-required test topics in an effective, multiple-choice format. So whether you're a plumber, electrician, general contractor, or other construction-related trade, contractorexam.com will help get you prepared. Visit us at www.contractorexam.com today.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
If survivalist housing has been in your plans, get ready. We're bringing our Timberline range camps to you February 6th through 14th. The Great American Outdoor Show in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Get an up-close look at some of our most popular Timberline models or visit survivalistcamps.com to pre-order a camp. We'll bring it to the show and save you the cost of shipping. It's the perfect time to get that camp you've wanted. Go to survivalistcamps.com, then plan on joining us at the Great American Outdoor Show in February in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
As your body ages, there's a 10% decline in your ability to repair each passing decade after the age 28. By age 40, your ability to repair from demanding manual labor, exercise, or a stressful desk job has declined by 12%. By using One World Whey, you supercharge your body's ability to repair and eliminate inflammation. Our unique frequency-encoded whey protein, coupled with our high-quality whey, improves your cell's ability to make protein, which is to say, repair itself.
My name is Jonathan Wright, and I'm 40 years old. I recently went from a desk job to a manual labor job. Normally, I'm worn out. With energy-enhanced One World Whey, I now recover so quickly that I can perform very hard work all day long. I use energy-enhanced One World Whey for breakfast and lunch, and I experience less hunger throughout the day. I have a 30% increase in energy, and I just feel better. I plan to make energy-enhanced One World Whey a permanent part of my lifestyle.
Call 888-988-3325 or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's oneworld.com.
If you or someone you care about loves outdoor adventure, then check out slingbow.com for some unique holiday gift ideas. That's slingbow.com, where we have some innovative new products for the archer, hunter, or bow fishing enthusiast in your family. Now through January, use the promo code HOLIDAY to get free shipping in the U.S. or Canada. And from all of us at Slingbow Industries, have a safe, joyous, and peaceful holiday season.
Winter has just begun, and are you already tired of being cold? How would you like to never be cold again? This is Dale with Fortress Clothing, and I'm here to tell you, you will never be cold again with Fortress. If you're tired of freezing your butt off, elk hunting, sitting in a tree stand, deer hunting, winter camping, fishing, ice fishing, no longer fear the cold. If you snowmobile, ski, snowboard, get Fortress. Sledding with the kids, shoveling the walks, shopping, or if you or your spouse get cold feet at home, get Fortress. If you're stuck outside working in the cold or find yourself in an emergency situation, get our winter bug out bag and you will never be cold again. Fortress is the answer, so quit complaining and go to fortressclothing.com. It's a mid-layer garment that goes with anything you want to wear. Enter coupon code RADIO and get 20% off any item. Go now while we still have inventory. FortressClothing.com.
My dad was 59 when he collapsed from a heart attack late last year. Just this past August was when we spread his ashes on the St. Croix River. I loved my dad, but boy was he stubborn. He hadn't been to the doctor in over 25 years. His excuse? He simply couldn't afford it. He wasn't a rich man by any means. At less than $107 per month, LibertyOnCall.org would have been the perfect alternative for my father. Don't wait. Go to LibertyOnCall.org right now, for not just your sake, but for the sake of your loved ones. Again, that's LibertyOnCall.org.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water filtration systems. The Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.